Welcome to this video. My name is Sarah. It's my second video, so very excited. Today I'm going to be going through my summer project, which isn't for like school or anything. It's essentially to force me to draw and paint and just experiment with media. So I'm going to be going through my sketchbook that kind of has to do with the project. I'm going to be going through these panels that I've painted that are essentially the entire project. I'll go through them in depth, so yes. And then I'm going to be painting for a little bit as well on two of the panels that you'll see. So yeah, this is the only time I'll be showing my face because I am awkward and I am boiling. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and so yeah, I goofed and stopped the video midway through recording it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave a like or a comment if you do. That'd make my day. Alright, see you through the voiceovers. Hello and welcome to the sketchbook tour section of this video. So this sketchbook, I kind of call it my garbage book because the night I put it together, I collected every single piece of spare paper I had in my room from high school and kind of haphazardly threw it together through a YouTube video that I barely followed the instructions of, but I'll link it below just in case anyone's interested. But yeah, I purposely did that because I was in a major artistic rut. And I genuinely had no inspiration to draw my sketchbook because I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted it to look gorgeous and impressive and everything. But I made this sketchbook so that I didn't have the pressure. And it is definitely a mindset thing because I could simply have said to my other sketchbooks that there was no pressure. But having this book look like I'd thrown it against the wall 50 times really gave me the motivation to treat it like something I didn't care much about. And it led me to create some of my favorite pieces and some of my least favorite pieces I've ever done in a sketchbook, and that makes me really happy because that was the goal. And overall, I've experimented massively in the sketchbook. I've never done so much experimentation in a sketchbook since high school, and in high school I didn't even do it because I wanted to. I just wanted a good grade. So it says a lot about my brain. And this sketchbook is kind of a part of a project I'm working on, the project here. The project itself is called the University of Walking Around. It's called Walk, Regress, something like that. I have many names for it, but I'm just going to call it Untitled for now. But essentially, it's kind of a visual journal of all the walks I've taken and significance of certain moments in time. And this sketchbook, while being my current sketchbook, it was also a way for me to track these moments that I've collected in an informal setting. Because the project part of my project that you'll see, the panels, they're the formal part of it. They're the parts that I've worked really hard on. I've worked to perfect the realism. Here, I've just tried to capture the emotions. And I've really done that through a lot of mixed media, a lot of experimentation, and some more detailed pieces like this. This is my favorite page in the entire sketchbook, so that says a lot. Yeah, so as you can see, the variety of media I've used is mostly paint markers and also Tombow markers. The paint markers are called Artistro. They're from Amazon. They're not Posca, so they're not the best brand, but they are amazing. I love them. They're very versatile. They work on wood, they work on paper, they work on anything. And they're really easy to use, and they have not dried out, and I've used them excessively throughout the past year. In this sketchbook, I tried to incorporate some writing as well. I'm not the world's best writer, so a lot of it is garbage, but it made me feel better. It helped me come to terms with some moments in my life that I wanted to come to terms with, and it really helped me feel at ease in drawing it, like I was in grade 6 and I got my first sketchbook. That is the exact way I felt. This page is a good example of it because I fully wanted to draw in this style for a long time, but I was so uptight that I never could get the looseness that I wanted. Same here. As you can see, throughout the pages, I've become much looser, I personally think. And that was the goal of the sketchbook. So I'm really happy with what I've done, and I'm almost done with the sketchbook, so fingers crossed I finish it soon. Alright, time to paint with me. For this part, I'm working on one of the panels that I kind of talked about in the sketchbook part. But so these panels are directly from photos, and these photos that I've based them on are from specific moments in time where I wanted to remember the way I felt. And I took these photos and I put them all into a specific folder on my computer, and I was like, I'm going to do something with these. I'm going to either paint them, I'm going to sketchbook them, whatever. And then last summer, I kind of got the idea to create a panel series of a little panel. I bought like 36 little panels, and I was like, I'm going to do something with these. I'm going to paint the photos I've taken, because a lot of them were also squared photos. So I took my photos and collected them all, and I planned planning around like 12 to 24 panels per year. 24 is if I finish the amount I've done, but currently I'm aiming for around 12 per year. And this is an example of one of them, and the one before was two. I'll kind of explain what they are more in the panel section, but these moments are like moments that I want to remember. And I don't know, like, painting them, I've kind of had to come to terms with these moments, like they're over, I've experienced this, and I've kind of reached a resolution. Like with paintings that are for moments that I particularly didn't feel great, I've reached kind of peace with them. I've become at peace with them. I've accepted what's happened, I've accepted whatever occurred. And with moments that are particularly happy, I've moved on from them. I've experienced them, I've painted them, I've given them their time. And I don't know, I love how art is able to do that. Like, you can kind of express yourself, express moments where you feel so strongly, and then once you've drawn it, you feel lighter, like you've just rambled, you've just released something from yourself. My words are terrible, but yeah, that's kind of the point of this project. It's kind of both showcasing my journey throughout university, showcasing the walks I've taken, as it's called the University of Walking Around. None of these photos were taken at a place where I was like not moving. So this one, I'll kind of go into it more, but it's about a night where I took a very long walk in the fog, and I re-experienced taking photos with my camera after a year of feeling very uninspired by photography. And these moments are things I would like to remember, and I'm very glad I've done this project, because looking back on it, each of these panels takes me back in time. So yeah, I think I'm almost done this painting, but I'll kind of go into what media I've used with it. So acrylic paint, very obviously, and the Artistro pens. And some of these paintings I've done almost entirely with paint, and some of them I've done almost entirely with these paint markers. So yeah, let's move on to seeing the rest of the panel. So this panel was taken on my birthday. I went to the Nature Museum. This one reminds me of musical theater, and I volunteered as a set designer. A lot of walks before going there. Pumpkin cream cold brew, last one I had in 2019. It was a perfect day, magical, 10 out of 10. My first class at university, and it was quite a ways away from my second class, so the walk was quite long. Yes. This is a photo I took on our first walk after lockdowns were announced for COVID. And yeah, it just felt very strange. Even though it was a place we'd been hundreds of times before, it just felt very odd. This is kind of the opposite of that photo. This is when COVID restrictions were finally being lifted, and we saw a cow just sitting in a pasture, and it was really lovely. A very lovely walk. This was a great night. I walked to Starbucks. It was during first year, and my favorite song that I was literally listening to was playing, and the barista was talking about it, and good memories. Geese, 800 geese flying above me. Winter is coming. Second year of university. Good day. Good day. This is when I got my dream job, and it was my first official job I'd gotten that I was interested in, and I was freaking out. I was walking from French class and literally about to explode. Favorite place in campus is this. I just love walking in that area. This is high school. I went back for a theater production, and I both was very nostalgic, but also I never felt like I was done with high school more than that night. Good times. This is the panel I was working on, and it is of my favorite bus station and favorite shopping center, favorite mall, I should say. This is a mall I went to as a little kid, and just a lot of memories associated with it. This is the longest walk I ever took. I took the selfie while I was wind in my hair. I felt very dramatic. I've taken a longer walk this year, but the memory is still there. This was one of those not so great memories. It was a trip I took to Montreal. It was highly memorable, but the moments were not the best. This is the fog photo. So essentially it was a really foggy night, and I decided to take my camera out after a year of basically barely using it, and I fell in love with taking photos that night again. This is the earliest I ever went to school. I think it was 6 a.m. I was at the bus station. Good times. Very good times. I love an empty bus station. An empty train station, I should say. This is a specific path I took whenever I was in a good mood and I wanted to take a long walk, and I usually take it during the winter, and yeah, I can smell it. It is one of those where you can smell the snow. This was the weekend before Thanksgiving one year, and every time I pass this location, I take the exact same photo now. It was a really good day and a really good moment, and just so pretty. And this is my main bus station. Before COVID, I used to go here every day. I don't know, just good memories from it. That specific time during the winter, I think I had gone to McDonald's that day and had fries. It was really good. This is from when I went to Montreal again, and this was a really great trip. It made up for everything the first trip didn't have. Beautiful trip, 10 out of 10. Best memory. And here I get confused and bring up this panel again, so yes. This is one of those that I've used more markers on than paint, FYI. This is Christmas, and I used to get a mocha and just sit around watching the tree for a bit before my bus came in first year. I really miss that time. This is the first panel I ever painted last year. It is when I took the train, the metro, and just had my lunch, and it was a place I often went to. This is my favorite panel of all time. It's so, I feel this photo. I feel this, I smell it, a perfect day. This is one morning during the musical theater days, but it doesn't really have to do with musical theater. It's a bus stop again, and I just felt very emotional, nostalgia vibes. And this is a walk I took really late at night during a very snowy night, and it was just so beautiful. And yeah, I think those are all the panels, so I think I have a little outro, so see you in literally 2 seconds. Hello again. I'm showing my face again. I'm a liar. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video if you did. If you guys have any ideas for me, please let me know what you want to see, any tutorial, any I don't know, let me know. And yeah, talk soon. Thank you again. Have a great weekend. Or week.